Uh, Now, at one point, Left Eye came over to Death Row.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that whole era? That whole
I
time?
do, but we were gone by then. We were kind of like on our own by then. We had already severed our ties with Death Row. And whatever connection we had was just paperwork.
But Left Eye was around when Pac was around. No?
They saw each other, I believe.
There was a little bit of overlap
Mm-hmm.
near that time.
Yeah.
I interviewed Dallas Austin. And this is what he said, because he has a close connection to TLC. He produced all their stuff, right?
Sure. A lot of
big has a baby with Chili, right? So when he talks, it's legit.
Yeah,
he said something interesting. He said that when Left Eye was at Death Row, Pac told her that bad publicity is good. So you should act out to get as much publicity as possible. And she took that to heart and started to burn down houses and cancel shows and just basically go crazy near the end until she ultimately, passed, unfortunately. But he said that according to her and their conversations, Tupac put the battery in her back for that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Tupac told her a long time ago, if they're not talking bad about you, they're not saying nothing about you. And so she would just kind of act out even more based off of that. And even though I didn't think that she meant to burn the house down, she had this streak in her at that time. And it ended up being, where they lost endorsements. Like TLC's never really had anything, the things they should have done as a big group, they never did because of stuff like that. No CoverGirl endorsements, no Pepsi. You never seen them with no makeup. You never seen them in. They didn't even do a world tour until now. They're touring because it was just very difficult. And the group ended up being way bigger. The records and the image of the group end up kind of being way bigger because of all of that.
Does that make sense when you hear it?
I know Pac and Left Eye had a special friendship. They did. But I wasn't privy to their private conversations. I've always heard that Left Eye was a firecracker herself, another Gemini. So from what I've heard, I don't think she didn't need a lot of battery putting in her back at all because everybody that I've known her personally said they could see why they were attracted to each other because they were kind of like two peas in a pod, you know what I mean? Almost. And, Left Eye had spoke about Pac publicly and said that, she felt like he was her soulmate. That's how close, you know what I mean, that they were throughout both of their careers. And, she actually did a painting, you know what I mean, of Pac. And wrote a special note to him on the back, you know what I mean? And, your fans and watchers can go do the research and see what it said, because it's out there, but they had a special friendship. So who knows?
Who knows?
What them two talked about at one time. But I would also say when Left Eye was officially at Death Row, Pac was already dead. So it couldn't have been at that time. You know what I mean? Because, she was still with the face when he was alive.